So, hey now, everybody, welcome. Um, for those tuning in live, or for those that are going to join later, we've got about 3 minutes before class begins. We're going to begin on the hour, so 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern. And if you have a block for this practice, it's recommended that you grab a block. I don't know that a book would suffice. Sometimes we say, oh, grab a book in terms of creating a bit of height, because we are going to try, if we use our blocks, to use them holding in between our thighs at times and things like that. A water bottle could work too. But you want it to kind of be weight heavy, the same as a block is. So just bear that in mind. And if you do not have a block for today's practice, just put that in your rear view and let it go. We will still be practicing a practice that will be available to everybody, regardless of what you have in your space to make it work. Let's give it another 2 minutes of time before we officially start. Grab your water, grab your tea, shut the door, whatever you need to do to make space for yourself. One more minute, guys, before we get started. You can grab your smoothie in mind today. What am I doing? Banana, frozen banana, ginger, turmeric, because we need the turmeric for inflation. Apparently, it gets at COVID. Celery, a little bit of cinnamon, and I think that's it. Anyways, doing the work of trying to be healthy. Yeah. Okay, guys, it's 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and it's 8 a.m. Pacific, and we're going to yoga this morning. I've promoted this class as a beginner's class, a beginner's Hatha mix, because I was actually on the phone with a friend the other day, and he said, well, do you ever teach yoga classes for beginners? Because I tend to be known, and I agree that this is the case with me, that I teach a pretty strong physical challenging class. And so I felt challenged by that question, because I thought, okay, well, maybe I'm not offering enough here in the way of inviting somebody into this space if they're curious about moving their bodies for the first time in this practice. So I have the intention today of offering a beginner's kind of Hatha class, a Hatha mix. So it's not quite flowy as much. It's not going to have vinyasas in the way that we know it with our vinyasa practice. And what I promise to do with it today is create a pace that will hopefully give you guys at home or wherever you're practicing enough space to recognize what maybe not being able to name it, but just even recognize a change or a shift or something happening in your body and in your breath, and thus in your heart space and in your mind space, because this is a real kind of bringing together of all those places. That's what the practice is. And you won't know everything by the end. I don't know everything, and I've been practicing for about 20 something years. So it doesn't matter if you know the poses, and it doesn't matter what you don't get about this practice today. What only matters is what lights up and what you do get a better understanding of. So we're going for pace and space, and in that place, just noticing what this practice of yoga with your breath will do for your body. And I'm going to cue breath. I cue it all the time anyways. That's my jam. But I'm going to cue it, I think, pretty much throughout, in a sense that it'll be a reminder that this thing of shapes and postures, it always goes hand in hand with breath. That's yoga. So we're going to take it to our feet. And you're going to face the top of your mat. I'm going to probably face you. You can get your blocks nearby. Shapes and postures. That's me playing back. Okay. So you'll be at the top, at the top of your mat. I'm going to do it from the middle here. And then I'll get to wherever the top of my mat is. Simple, just take a stand. And I'm going to invite you to take a stand with your feet hip width distance. Your hips are never as wide as we think. And you'll probably start to hear me breathe. I breathe through the back of the throat as I inhale. It's almost as if you were to whisper your name, you could feel your back of your throat kind of hug in to give that space that I want you to find in your breath. So you'd inhale through and into the back of your throat, helping it go down into the lower belly, and you'd exhale out the nose. And you'd find strong thighs without locking your knees as you breathe in and as you breathe out. And you're going to ground through all four corners, whatever you recognize as four corners of your feet, to ground into the floor, to push the floor away, to grow long. Breathe in and out. And when you breathe out the nose, you're breathing out the nose very long from the bottom of your belly to create a kind of ha sound, as though you were breathing out the mouth or fogging up the mirrors. You know that vibe? So in through the nose, through the back of the throat, slightly constricted. And out through the nose with a bit of a ha sound, like you're fogging up the mirror. And this breath should hug your belly in. Deep in breath, deep exhale. Sliding the shoulder blades down the length of the spine, without squeezing them together. And palms open to externally rotate the front of your chest and shoulders. Breathe in and out. We'll start with half sun salutations. Even if you can't practice yoga every day and you just do this about 10 rounds, this is great stuff. Breathe in and out, in through the nose, arms high. And then you're going to micro bend the legs and hinge at the hips as you exhale, fold. Fold all the way down in half. Fingertips hang heavy or touch the ground. Tuck your chin in, long neck. And then inhale, halfway lift. So you kind of lift your heart away from the floor to 90-degree hinge at the hips. And then you exhale, fold. And then you'll press through the feet to stand up with arms overhead, breathing in. Let your inhale correspond with you doing this move to reach up overhead. And then palms to heart, out the nose, exhale. Few more of those. Half sun salutations. Arms up, breathe in, morning stretch. Hinge at the hips with a micro bend in the legs and fold. Hang heavy at your bottom of your exhale and then halfway lift. Breathe in, weight into the fronts of the feet as you lift the heart away from the floor, long spine. Exhale, fold. Press through the feet, stand up, arms overhead, breathe in. And palms to heart, prayer hands, samastiti, breathe out. Strong thighs. 2 more. Inhale for the arms up. Again, this is really good work if this is all you can do on the mat. Exhale, fold. Bottom of the exhale, halfway lift, breathe in. Shoulder blades closer together here. And then exhale, fold again. Press through the feet, stand up, inhale the arms wide and overhead. This is a stretch, so light up the fingertips to reach. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, reach up, breathe in, stretch. Hinge at the hips, heart forward, weight into the fronts of the feet as you fold. Uttanasana, that's the name of the pose. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, breathe in. Shoulders away from the ears, long neck, and then exhale, fold again. One more time to stand. Inhale the arms up. And then exhale, hands to heart. Going again to transition into something else. Breathe in the arms high. That's something else getting us deeper. Exhale, we'll fold. So you'll be at the top of your mat. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. That's your halfway lift. Heart away from the floor, long spine. And then you'll exhale, fold. Now I want you to stay in the fold and tuck your chin in to long your neck. Breathe in. And very micro bend, not a deep bend in the legs. Breathe out and hang heavy. When you inhale, fill up the back of your lower back. And when you exhale, bring it out through that space. One more in your fold here, Uttanasana, breathe in. Take another sip at top, and then exhale out the nose. Stay in the fold, breathe out. Reach for your block. Feet are hip width distance. Put your block in between your thighs at the narrowest space of the block. Stay folded. Bend the legs in your fold. Hug the block. Put your hands to hips. So here we're getting into the energy of the inner thighs. And then come halfway up. Flat back. Hinge at the hips, 90 degree. And then squeeze the block and come all the way up with hands to hips. Exhale. Deep breath in as you take the arms down. Deep breath out as your palms are open. Externally rotate the shoulders. Hug the block. Bring your arms up. Stop with your wrists in line with the shoulders. Breathe in. And then take a seat into chair pose. Toes look straight ahead. Pause here, look down at your toes and see if you can see your big toes. If not, slide your knees back, more weight into the heels. This is called Utkatasana, powerful pose, chair pose. Breathe in. Reach through the fingers, light up your arms, breathe out and hug the block. Again, if you're not working with the block, don't worry about it. Still ignite the inner thighs and your feet are still hip width distance. One more breath in. One more breath out. Keep your arms, stand up straight, breathe in. Exhale, arms down, breathe out. Wipe the arms up, squeeze the block, morning stretch, breathe in. Micro bend in the legs, fold, Uttanasana, breathe out. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift, inhale. So your long spine, shoulder blades closer together here. Fold one more time, exhale. Put the block standing up, tallest version in between your toes. Halfway lift again, Ardha Uttanasana, breathe in. Step the left foot back. Left ball of the foot touch down, left knee down. Bring your arms high, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Breathe in and out. And stay here. You might feel a lot of energy opening up, especially if it's a first kind of few times with this practice. Or you might be able to melt your hips forward and down a little more. Breathe in and out. Bring your hands together over top of your head. Point your index fingers high so it's a steeple grip. Breathe in. Reach up and over to the right, keeping your armpits square with the front of your mat. Stay 2 breaths in and out. Inhale to top, center. Exhale, hands down, straighten the back leg as you curl the back toes under. Breathe into your fingertips, lift your heart. Arms back, runner's lunge. So this is more of a powerful lunge and strengthen your right leg. Strengthen your back leg too. Keeping your right foot in line with the inside of that block. For 3, for 2. Put your hands down, breathe in. Step forward, left foot outside of the block, fold Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift, breathe in. So that's that flattish back, shoulder blades together. Exhale, fold, breathe out. Halfway lift again, inhale. Step your right foot back, right ball of the foot lands, right knee down. Arms go high, low lunge, breathe in and out. Feel a little bit of integrity here as you push through the left heel and the right shoelaces to the back of the mat. And if you can melt your hips more forward and down, try that. Some people might feel a pinch in the back knee. If that's you like me today, curl your back toes under. Interlock the hands over top of the head, steeple grip, index high. Breathe in. Left side. So you're reaching left to stretch your right side open. Intercostals getting open here. Breath in and out through the nose. One more inhale. One more exhale. Come up to center, everybody. Breathe in. Put your hands down to straighten your back leg and push through the right ball of the foot. Strong right thigh. Lift to the fingertips, belly off the left thigh. Breathe in. And then wash the arms back long. Go into the strength of your left leg. So this is work, right? We're calling on our muscles, but we got to feed our muscles with breath. Imagine our muscles are dry, kind of dirt in a plant, and you want to spruce up the life there. One more inhale. One more exhale. Hands down, breathe in. You're going to step forward, foot to the outside of the block, and fold with a heavy head. Tuck your chin in. Full in breath. Full sigh, exhale. Put the block in between the thighs. Squeeze the block. Halfway lift, breathe in. Micro bend legs, hands to hips. Get up, long spine as you get up. out of the hinge. Take a stand, palms open to the front of your mat. Breathe in. And sigh out here. Adding on, squeeze the block, arms high. Inhale. Interlock again, steeple grip, index high, reach up and over to the right, but hug your block and ground through your feet. Intercostals, getting maybe a deeper opening, square your armpits with the front of the mat, or if you have the luxury of even facing a wall, square the armpits with that. Lift through the lower back as you reach right for 3, for 2. Come back up on an inhale, switch the grip, steeple grip still, and then up and over to the left. We switch grips or switch sides evenly to balance out the energy in the body. You're reaching up and over, but the key here is up and over, not just down. Lift through the lower back for 3, 2. Squeeze the block, come up to center, breathe in. Hands to hips, breathe out and fold. Ardha Uttanasana, fingertips down, inhale, halfway lift. Long neck, back of the head presses the sky away. Block down, standing up. Step your left foot back. Keep the length in that left leg. And then inhale, come up through the whole of the heart and the arms. Crescent lunge, full inhale and exhale. High lunge. Draw your palms to heart, prayer hands. Keep your elbows really wide as you press your hands up against one another. And then your elbows are like steering wheels. Take a breath in. Bring your left elbow forward and your right elbow back. Little twist. Stay. For 3. For 2. Come out of this twist, elbows wide. Breathe in. Put your left heel down. Spin your left toes out. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. When you're spinning your left toes out, they're pointing to the left side of your mat. And then you deepen the lunge in this front leg, and you squeeze your upper inner thighs towards one another. You should feel your pelvic floor get a lift from that. Wrists in line with the shoulders. You're staying for breath. 3 more breaths. In through the nose, fill up. Out through the nose, let go. 2 more. In through the nose, fill up. Out through the nose, let go. 1 more. In through the nose, soft jaw. Out through the nose, soft eyes. Reach your right arm high and back. Breathe in. Right side stretch. Come back to warrior 2. Breathe out. 1 more time. Flip the right palm up. Reach back. Breathe in. As you stay here, reach the left fingertips more down the left leg. Breathe out. 1 more inhale here. You're going to cartwheel the hand, spin your left heel up to the sky, and step your right foot back into a high push-up. Over your block if you're working with a block. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hug your belly in, take an inhale. Micro bend the legs so the knees are hovering off the floor, and then send your bum back and up into downward face dog. So if this is a first down dog here, you're in inverted V, inverted triangle. Bum up and back, heart getting closer to the thighs for 3, for 2. Bend both legs with your heels high, looking forward, maybe to a block if you're working with her. Step the left foot up to the block outside of it, And then the right foot up to the block and exhale. Breathe in. Fold with a heavy head, tuck chin, breathe out. Listen, a little side twist and stretch. Bend the left leg. Right foot and right heel are grounded down for right leg straight. Left fingertips in front of your block to center, and then right arm high. Inhale. And then exhale. Maybe bend the left leg more, right leg more straight. Breathe in. And breathe out. Right hand down, inhale. Exhale, fold, breath out. Even it out, stand tall, arms high, breathe in. Draw the palms to heart, breathe out. Other side, arms high on an inhale. Block, if you're working with it, it's still in between your feet, fold, exhale. Halfway lift is the back of the head pressing the sky away. Hinge 90 degree at the hips. Breathe in. And then exhale, right foot steps back. Breathe out. Strong right leg here. Come up slow into your crescent lunge, high lunge. So what you want to do is scissor your left hip back and your right hip forward through breath in and breath out. Building blocks here. Palms to heart, elbows are wide. Press the palms strong together. Breathe in. And then bring your right elbow forward to left elbow back and feel a very subtle, probably subtle twist here, but strong nonetheless. Do not bring your left knee with the twist. Left knee still looking forward. For 3, for 2. Come out of it. Inhale. So center, right heel down, right toes look to the right. Second warrior. And then feel for a second warrior that aligns your left heel, drawing a straight line to your right heel, or your left heel drawing a straight line to your right arch. And then you own the lunge with your arms strong and up, wrists in line with the shoulders, and breathe. Three more breaths, soft jaw. Through the back of the throat from the lower belly out. 2 more breaths, soft eyes. Soft but lengthening and reaching. Breathe in. Flip your front palm, exalt. Dance your warrior. Inhale, keep the lunge. Left side open, come back to second warrior. Do it again, flip the palm, reach up and back, but park it here. Stay reaching through your inhale, stay reaching through your exhale. Sliding your right fingertips down the length of your right leg as you open your left side open. For 3, for 2. Take an inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands, frame the front foot, right heel up, and then step the left foot back slow into this high push-up with your gaze and heart over your block. And then try and round your upper back body higher as you push the floor away. Strengthen your thighs as you push through the balls of the feet. If you want to add on strength here, breathe in. You're going to micro bend the arms with the elbows pointing back. You're going to push back up on an inhale. You're going to micro bend one more time with the elbows pointing back. You're going to push back up. We all meet there. Inhale. Bend the legs a little bit. Send the bum back and then up. Downward face dog. Adho Mukha Shavasana, down dog. 2 breaths here. Inverted V. Inverted V. Breathe in. Breathe out the nose. One more breath in. Sigh it out, open your mouth. As you look forward, bend the legs, heels high. Inhale. You're going to step your right foot to the top of the mat on the outside of the block, if you're working with block, and then left foot to the outside of the other side of the block. Fold. Hang heavy. Bend your right leg pretty deep to straighten your left leg just as deep. Press through the left heel. Put your right fingertips in front of your block to center. Breathe in. Kick your left arm up long so you're lining up your wrists with one another. Arms in line with one another. Feeling the twist. Trying to still in this twist. This is hard work. Left hip down, right hip up. For 3. For 2. Come out of it, left hand down, bend both legs, breathe in. Forward fold, tuck the chin in, breathe out. Stand up, arms are going to go high, morning stretch. Breathe in. Listen, interlock your hands behind the head, breathe out. Keep the elbows mostly wide, lift through the center of the chest and start to look up. And then up and back to press the head to hands. Back bend gentle. For 3. For 2. Come out of this back bend so you're neutralizing the length of the spine. Breathe in. And then arms down, and if you've got a block between your feet, step behind it, feet together, breathe out. Swim your arms all the way up, palms look towards one another. Inhale, soft shoulders. Exhale, bend the legs. Stand up. Inhale, soft shoulders, arms high. Exhale, bend the legs. Inhale, stand up. Arms high. Exhale, sit down, squeeze the knees together. Bring the palms to heart right here in your sit. Elbows wide. Breathe in. Turn your heart to the right and put the outer left arm to the outside of the right leg. And then prayer hands more to center as you twist your right rib cage up and back. Breathe in and out. One more inhale. One more exhale. I know it's burning. Come out of this. You're going to stand up, relieve your legs, arms go high, breathe in. Bring the hands to heart for a beat. Prayer hands, breathe out. So when you move intentionally, space for pace, pace for space. When we move slow, just because we're beginning with something doesn't mean it's not going to challenge every bit of us. Sometimes this way of moving is even harder. And for those that are used to moving in vinyasa, you just got to settle down, breathe in and out. Swim the arms up, palms face one another, shoulders soft, breathe in. Sit down to chair, breathe out. Utkatasana. Stand up with straight legs, arms high, breathe in. Sit or down again, breathe out. One more. Inhale. Exhale, sit down. Bring the palms to heart in your sit, prayer hands, elbows wide, breathe in. Bum back in the chair, twist to the left. And then bring your right outer arm to your left outer thigh. And use that parking of the right outer arm down to push your heart up. And twist. Trying to keep the knees in line with one another, not using the right hip forward, right hip back for 3, 2. Hard work, come out of it, stand tall, arms high, breathe in. Palms to heart in prayer, breathe out. Whole inhale here. We're going to drop our arms down in mountain pose, Tadasana, breath out. And then just try something. If your palms are open, which they should be in Tadasana, just try and not open them and internally rotate. And you'll feel why that doesn't give you anything in the upper body across the shoulders. Closes you up. So open your palms, externally rotate the shoulders, breathe in, belly in. Strong thighs, breathe out. Feet hip width distance as you step the feet to the outside of the block if you're working with it. Block still standing up top of the mat. Inhale the arms high. Fold out the nose. Use the entirety of the exhale to find this move into a fold. At the bottom of the exhale, you're done folding. Use the entirety of the inhale halfway up. Right? And then exhale, fold again. Fan the toes out, fan the heels out, fan the toes out, fan the heels out, fan the toes out one more time. So wide feet, mat width distance, breathe in. Toes out, heels in. Start to bend the legs slow until you kind of sit into this empty pocket down here. If you need support in your hips, sit on a block or any kind of prop would work for this so that you can sit into this stretch with a little more support. If you like it with no support so that you can get into the sensation a little deeper, just be mindful that you're not pulling or painting yourself to the place. Breathe in and out. Keep your heart high, prayer hands to heart, elbows to the insides of the knees. We call this Malasana squat. Deep breath in and out. Take your hands down to frame the block, standing up if you're not sitting on it. And then step into plank, 1 foot at a time. That's your high push-up. Ample space between the feet and the wrists in line with the shoulders. Pads of the fingers push down, backs of the knuckles push down. 2, 3 breaths here. You can involve a yogi push-up if you don't want to hold the 3 breaths. Inhale. Bending the arms 2-3 inches, elbows point back. And you can do 2 more of those. Or you can sustain a yogi push-up, hugging the rib. Breath in. Yogi plank. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. In down dog. In down dog, folks. 2 deep breaths in and out. We're going to lift our right leg. So inverted V, 3 limbs. 3-legged dog, breathe in. Bring your right knee to your nose. And your nose to your knee. Kick up, inhale. Knee to nose, nose to knee. Kick up one more time, breathe in. Step to the outside of the block if you're using a block. Right foot near the right thumb. Take your right arm high on an inhale. Stay twisting here on an exhale. for 3. Maybe pick it up to the left fingertips. Get height for 2. Put your right hand down. Keep your block standing up on the inside of the right foot. Left heel down, left toes look to the left. Keep the lunge. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Maybe this is a lower lunge than the first Warrior 2 for 3. For 2. Keep breathing in and out. You're going to exalt your warrior, reach up and back, breathe in. You're going to stay here but straighten your front leg, breathe out. Take that reach through the right fingertips, keep your heart open for 3. Strong left thigh for 2. Awesome. Come up through the torso. Wings are wide. Inhale. Legs are strong and straight. Send your bum back to the left, to the left back of the mat, and right fingertips down. So it's a windmill of your arms into the position of triangle pose. You're going to do a little something here as you turn your left hip in and down. Now focus your energy to your left rib cage and wash that left rib cage away from the floor to the sky and behind your left shoulder. That kind of vibe. So up and back. For 3. For 2. Come up to a T, bend your front leg, Warrior 2. Breathe in. Cartwheel your hands, frame the front foot and the block, left heel up, breathe out. Step the left foot forward and the right foot back, breathe in. Put your right knee down here, arms high, Anjane, breathe out. So we're on the other side for low lunge, inhale and exhale. For 2. For 1. Bring the hands down. If you have a block, you'll touch that block. And you might stay hands on block at block lower height. Or you might walk your elbows onto the blocker floor, lower down. Lizard lunge. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath in and out. Walk up to the hands. If they're on a block, fine. Yeah. Take the block, stand her up in front of your hands. Get onto the fingertips in a lizard lunge. Curl the back toes under, straighten the back leg, breathe in. Straighten the front leg, fold in. Your right heel looks up for pyramid pose. Both legs are straight as you draw the right hip forward, left hip back. Breathe in for 3. Breathe in for 2. Breathe in for 1. Halfway up on an inhale with straight legs. We're going to walk to our right and fan our left toes in, right toes point to the right side of the mat. Now everything forward in a forward fold. Little movement here. Fingertips to floor, halfway lift. Breathe in. Shoulder blades closer together, just like Uttanasana. Breathe out and fold. Halfway lift, but wide legs. Breathe in. Back of the head presses the sky away. Breathe out and fold. The whole exhale lasting the entirety of the fold. One more time. Fingertips, halfway lift. Breathe in. Breathe out and fold. Come to a halfway lift on an inhale. This time walk more right. What was the back of the mat becomes the front of the mat. Lunge in, take an inhale. Bring the hands to heart, elbows wide, strong back leg. Hook the outside of the left arm to the outside of the right leg. And prayer hands strong to lift your twist. Come out of it, out of the twist, breathe in. Walk to the left, past your wide-legged fold. Fold at the top of the mat as you step your right foot to the top of the mat in that fold. Hang heavy. So mostly bringing it back here to get support from our block in case we choose it. Take a step into plank, one foot at a time. Breathe in. Hold plank, breathe out. So the holds of high push-up are really good for building integrity in your center, in your core, hugging the ribs to navel. You can practice your yogi push-ups. Take a big inhale in the plank. You bend the arms, elbows have to point back, hug in, exhale, and push back up, inhale, and bend. Push up, inhale, bend for the exhale. Or you can stay for 3, for 2. Belly in, downward face dog, inverted V. Lots of work here. 2 breaths at least, in and out through the nose. Kick your left leg straight. Really exact that straight leg. Breathe in. And then when it comes knee to nose, there's a bend. When you kick up, it's straight and you spread your toes. Breathe in. And then when it's knee to nose, there's a bend and a rounding of the spine. And you'll kick up again and spread the toes, 3-legged dog, breathe in. And you're going to step to the outside of the block near your left thumb, breathe out. So if you're not using a block, you're near that left thumb. Keep your right hand down and left arm high. But you could use the block at any height to elevate the spirit of the pose. Fingertips on the block, or you're straightening that back leg strong, or fingertips on the floor, but kind of elevating the spirit of that lift. One more breath in and out through this twist. Put your left hand down, inhale. Put your right heel down, right toes, look to the right, bend in the left leg, second warrior, other side. Breathe in and out. Deep lunge here, feel the squeeze of the upper inner thighs. For 3, 2. Exalt your warrior so you dance back, left side open, breathe in. You're going to stay here reaching and straighten your front leg. Push through the left heel, reach up and back, square your armpits with the right side of your mat. For 3, for 2. Keep your legs straight, come up, wings wide, wrists in line with the shoulders, breathe in. Like a dance move, send your bum hips back to the back of the mat, and then left fingertips come down to the block, standing up tall if you're using that. If you're not using a block, you can template your fingertips on your left shin, but don't bear down any weight. Breathe in and out as you slide the right shoulder blade down the length of your spine. Turn your right hip in and down. Turn your right rib cage up and back. Still squeezing the inner thighs. Breathe in. 3, 2. Come up and bend your front leg. Second warrior. Breathe in. Cartwheel the hands. Yes. Turn your right heel up. Take a breath in. Step your right foot forward. Your left foot back. Put your left knee down. Breathe in, the arms high. Anjaneyasana stretch. Breathe out. Bring your hands down really slow out of your next inhale to the inside of the right foot. You can template it on the block. You can change the height of the block. Right knee looking forward. There's a temptation to hang it out to the right. Look it forward, ground through the inside of the right foot, and then walk your lunge down and in. Breathe in, so in. Breathe, so out. Stay in the lunge. And as you stay in the slow lunge, you're grounding through the mound of your right big toe. That mound, that big chunk there, ground down. Then you're going to come up onto your hands. Breathe in. You might stand the block out in front of your fingertips. Breathe out. Curl your back toes under, straighten your back leg. Inhale. And then straighten your front leg and frame your front foot here with your hands, pyramid pose. Breath out. Hold your inhale and hold your exhale. Do a little bit of work of left hip forward, right hip back, and ground through that mound of the right big toe. 2. Fold in. 1. Walk your hands to the left, wide-legged fold. All 10 toes point to this side of the mat. Breathe in, halfway lift. And then fold for kind of an Uttanasana, wide-legged. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, halfway lift. Press the back of the head to the sky, long spine. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Head more in between the legs. 1 more time. Breathe in. Shoulder blades closer together. Exhale, fold even deeper. Breathe out. This time, halfway lift on an inhale. Wait until the fronts of the feet. Take your arms behind and interlock your hands so the heels of the hands shut tight. Roll your shoulders up and back. Knuckles face straight back over your bum for 3. For 2. And then fold with this in the hands. 1. Interlocked hands, base of the spine. Breathe that in. Put the hands down. You're going to walk to the left. Breathe that out. Frame the front foot. Bend the left leg. Take an inhale. Bring the hands to heart. Exhale. Twist over this front leg with the back leg strong and straight. Back right heel looking up. Lift the belly off the front thigh to twist. For 3, for 2, for 1. This time as we come out of the twist, we'll put our hands down, frame the front foot. Inhale. We will step our foot back into plank here. Exhale. Switching the orientation of how we started up. Breathe in high push-up. You can yogi push-up. You can stay high plank. Or you can push it up. One more inhale, high plank. Downward face dog to exhale. For 3, for 2. Take your time finding a seat at the top of your mat. That is the top of your mat now. Legs out long in front of you. I'm going to face the camera. As you take your seat, right ankle crosses over the left thigh. Fingertips are behind you like tenting your heart up, and then bend your left leg, left sole of the foot to the mat, seated pigeon. Keep your seat down, don't lift up, and keep it grounded and your heart forward towards your right calf. Spread your toes like I'm doing here on the right foot, and flex your right foot to anchor more protection into your right knee as you hip open. Breathe in and out. Inhale. Exhale out the nose. Remember, light it up with breath. Inhale. Exhale out the nose. Bend the arms a bit to lean back so the spine is not quite as straight. And then fan your legs to the left till the right sole of the foot touches down and your left calf and shin are on the floor. Ground through the right sit bone. Put your right hand right behind your back body and bum, left arm high. Breathe in. And then exhale, put your left arm to the outside of your right leg and twist as you ground through your seat with a long spine. Hold this position, don't hold the breath, no way. One breath in and out, one breath in and out, and onward and upward with that. Two. Come out of the twist, breathe in. Lean back through the hands, tented, and switch out the legs. So legs long. Then cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Then bend the right leg, right sole of the foot onto the ground mat. Tent the heart up so you can get a long spine and also ground your seat down. There's a temptation to lift out of your seat. Don't do that. You're grounding down for leverage in this. Spread your left toes, flex your left foot, and then you're kind of fanning your left knee forward in this opening. And what is awake in your body is what to pay attention to. Just feel. Make no real decisions about it, especially if you haven't been at the mat for a while. It's a good time to leave that for later. You will feel the feedback of these poses, this practice. Take one more breath in through the nose and out. Back off of the straight arms, a little bend in the arms to lean back. And then fan your legs to the right until the left sole of the foot touches down on the mat and the right shin does too. Put your left sit bone down on the ground. That's going to be a challenge here. Put your left hand behind you, right arm high, and then you're going to twist to the left with the right arm on the outside of the left leg, left foot grounded down, left seat grounded down. Boy, ground down. Ground down and then twist and try and soften your shoulders as you do all this work. One deep breath in and out. Come out of the twist, breathe in. Template your hands behind, lean back, pick up your legs long, soles of the feet together, and then knees wide. Breathe in and out. Sit up tall to ground through the sit bones. And if you do have a block, you can put it in front of your toes or even on your feet in prayer. Your feet are in prayer. And you can curl in and round in to just have a kind of deep round of the spine and fold into this shape. Baddha Konasana, cobbler's pose, butterfly pose. And just letting yourself kind of hang out a little messy in the surrender of this shape. Shapes are challenging, especially as we don't know them as well in our bodies. But there is usually this kind of turning point if you just stick with it, if you just trust into it. It usually shifts into a fit for you, that you're starting to feel the work of your body and your emotions and your busy mind just settle into it, to settle you down. You're going to roll out of it slow, so you might have to hold on to a prop if you're using it, and let your head try to come up last after you long your spine. You can get your props out of the way if you're using them and close your knees like a book. Inner thighs, inner knees meet. You can give yourself a hug as you sit up tall, press through your seat, breathe in and out. And then we're going to find that final shape of Shavasana. So you're going to lie down on your back body and make your way to your back body with your legs wide. And your arms kind of wide to get breathing space to the armpits. And then again, palms face up. And you should feel pretty inspired to rest, because it was a strong practice, especially because it had a beginner's mind in it, in the sense that when you slow these things down and you actually take the time to get in, You're going to challenge your physical body, no doubt. And because you're moving in this kind of space of being really slow, you're also meeting all the things that you might kind of distract away from a lot more. You're just meeting them because you don't really have those runaways from them as you continue to move. So out of this very deliberate practice that was meant to create a pace for space, I want you to enjoy an extra long Shavasana too. And yeah, you can close your eyes. And yeah, you can part your upper and lower jaw and soften. Making those two choices will echo out into the rest of your body. I'll be back here on Sunday, same time, for a yin practice. And just a reminder that registration for my yoga retreat in Italy is also open. There's an idea. Hey, traveling. So feel free to visit the website or message me if you have any questions. But I have my sights set on healing and moving forward. And so even in the midst of things that we've come to understand around this time as being limiting, we're still living into living life. And so whether it's a practice at home that we've made shifts for and adjusted, or making plans into the future for retreats and meeting up with friends, I'm wishing you the pace and space to get into the things that fill your cup and your heart up. I'll see you on Sunday for yin. Lots of love. Thanks for joining me in this beginner's guide to Hatha mix. Little mix it up there. Lots of love. Thanks for joining me. Namaste.